When I heard that I had cancer, of course, it's kind of that gut shot of like, oh my God, what happens next? My name is Kane Lermit. I am 33 years old. By the time I'd turned 30, I kind of had everything that I'd ever wanted. I had the house, I had all 3 kids, I had the wife, I had the steady job. I was ready to sit there and set my life on autopilot. Don't ever say anything like that. I got hit with the diagnosis B-cell ALL, which is an acute form of leukemia, and it pretty much turned my world upside down. When you go through cancer, I mean, a lot of physical changes happen. I've had a lot of weight fluctuation. I've shaved my head. I can't lift any weights, so working out is completely out of the question. It is shocking to me what limitations end up being placed on me and how I can't show up for my kids in the way that I want. I got out of treatment 3 days ago. I was laid up in bed for probably about 16 hours. My wife and kids got in the car and went looking at Christmas lights. So they just drove around the neighborhood and looked at lights. I was so tired I couldn't even sit in the car. It's really been an interesting thing to be the guy who has the disease. People expect you to be a certain way. They expect to be able to come back to you and interact with you in a certain way. And when you do have a disease, there is leeway. They will give you the space, they will give you the room to grow into someone else. I've done a lot of deep character exploration about what it means to be me. I had a lot of intention going into this, so expectations around what it means to be a dad, expectations around what it means to be a husband, to be a friend, a son, and a lot of that has kind of had to been tailored back and tapered down. And I still have those intentions. I still have the aspirations to really be that force, but those expectations about how grand they can be have to be regulated and changed on a daily basis. Even what the day looks like changes from day to day. So yesterday I was hoping that, I'd be able to get up and walk around, and pretty much I ended up spending most of the day in the house. So constant resetting of expectations and constant wishing that I was better than I am. Humor's been huge. I make cancer jokes. I'm one of those lucky people that now gets to make cancer jokes. It is important to keep laughing. That's one thing, the sense of humor. If I let cancer take that away from me, I would be absolutely devastated.
Yeah. Do you want help?
I always get stuck up here.
When I think about spiritually myself, I've always been an extremely spiritual person. Probably the darkest moment that I had, and they kept coming in with worse and worse news. I really thought that I was going to die. I kind of turned to God at that moment and said, Lord, if it be your will, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. That was the big faith test. And quite frankly, from that point on, I've more or less gotten better and better news, and that, in probably 6 months to a year, I may be able to look at all this in the rear view and have gone into full remission. I used to be kind of in a stream of providence. I was hopping from rock to rock trying to make, the way that I went through life work for me. And getting diagnosed with cancer kind of just completely rocked me. And I've pretty much just been floating in what's been that stream. And basically, the more open I am to experiences, people, love, all of that, really the better everything goes. And it sounds trite, but as someone who is currently fighting cancer, it's really amazing when you are able to let go what can actually happen in your life. And that's really been my experience through and through.